So I have ABC Wines, a company, and I have all the people within that company. I have a single view of all activities that's happening within ABC Wines based on demo data. So here I have what's called, we would call our user-defined fields. So this is all the profile fields, maybe products that are relevant to them, industry sector, turnover, whatever that might be, whatever that might look for you. I can manage and search in any of this data at any point, so it allows me to segment the data whatever way I want. So in here I have activities. So this gives me an overview of all activities, either yet to be completed or that have been completed historically, by who, and a full history and a full log of all those conversations. So at any point in time, I can click on this and I can see, that's a meeting there. I can see, yeah, the nature of that conversation, who created it, who completed it, date and time stamped, and everything else. Okay, so that just gives me the audit trail, so I would have a full picture of all conversations that are going on with all clients. Right, so still with ABC Wines, I can click on the Opportunities tab, and then I have full visibility of all opportunities that I have ongoing or have had in the past with ABC Wines. And in this case, I can see whether they've won, they're in progress, or they're lost. And if I lose them, I can record who I've lost them to and why. Or maybe it's just I'm planting a seed as a bit of consultative sell and they don't go anywhere, so I can just mark them abandoned or suspended. It doesn't really matter. So linked with any of those there, I can just click on this one here. It opens the opportunity. And now what I can do here is I can see activities linked to that specific opportunity. Right? I then can schedule it to do, so I can plan future tasks. And I can reassign that to other people within the organization. So I should have a list of other users here, and I can reassign that to other people. Okay, and likewise, they can reassign stuff to me. So over a period of time, you would build up an audit log of all the different activities that are ongoing with this opportunity. Right, so if I go to the opportunity itself, I have, sorry, I'm just going to apply some examples here. That's fine. My sales process. So again, you could have two different sales processes within the organization. So very easy. You could have a simple sale, which is customer phones up and goes, give me one more widget. Okay. Or you have a normal business, new business development sales process, which has to go through different stages. If I go to the direct sale, I can see all my different stages that I have to go through, or that are not have to go through, that are reflected in a normal sales cycle. I can put in here a projected close date when I think this opportunity will be won. I can put in a projected revenue. I can put in a projected cost. Okay. I can put in a lead source where that has been recorded from and a future next action. So I can just save that. And I'll have then a visible reflection on terms of the sales steps. Where are these opportunities at? So how long, so here I have age 0 days. But I just go up and search and bring in all my open opportunities and pick another one up. So here I can see that that is sitting at that stage for 1,819 days. So what we can also do is bring it to another level and saying, look, a sale shouldn't be sitting at any of these stages for longer than 5 days, let's say, for example. So that means my own sales cycle lasts no longer than 30 days. So, and if I exceed the 5 days, it will turn red. I will get a flag to say that this time is overdue. This opportunity is sitting too long at the stage. Right. Which gives me a day-to-day management of the progress of each opportunity. Which opportunity is sitting too long? If it hasn't moved, why has it not moved? Right. Very simple. Then I can go in here. I can I win stuff because I'm brilliant. Okay, so I win it. I can put in a reason why I've won it. I'm brilliant. I have lost it. I've lost it because the customer decided to go somewhere else. Nothing to do with me. Or I have abandoned that because insufficient budget, or just suspended. The customer might revisit that next year. Whatever that might be. All right. So let's just stick back in there. Sales. Now, from a day-to-day activity management, I just can go to my hot list. And I log in here every day and see what activities I need to do. So you phoned me 6 months ago and I said, look, not ready to do anything yet. Give me a call back in 6 months' time. So you diarize it for the 29th of March, 2022, log in 29th of March, 2022, and you have your full history there. Okay. What I then can also do is I can go in here very quickly from a user perspective, show me everything that's available today. Show me everything that's available today and is overdue. Carry forward unfinished tasks. And I can say it for my activities, for all users, or there's Niall, he's not doing a great job, he's swinging the lead. What's happening? What's his activities like? Okay, so I'm just going to see Niall's activities. He's not doing great. What's he up to? And he's low, 63 activities overdue. So why is he not addressing? Why is he not doing this stuff? Okay, so that's just in terms of day-to-day management. So I'll just go back. I can do the same thing and say, show me all my completed tasks. So all the completed tasks that I've done for a period of time. So customize that date range. So it's very simple to use. So let's say, show me all my completed tasks from the 1st of July for this quarter. Okay. Still have 63. And I want to say, show me all my completed tasks. And he is over 400 completed, or whatever that might be. All right. So that allows me, just in terms of day-to-day management, and knowing what is going on for myself and for my sales team. Now, sorry, I've changed my filters now, so I'm not getting any data. So then what I can then also do is do a consolidated activity report. Just takes a wee minute to load. Bear in mind, this demo data, I can do it by individual users. I can do it for my entire team. I can do it for individual users. I can predefine my time period that I want to do that for. And then the system will show me my activity report. So show me how many records I have edited, new incoming calls, outgoing calls, manual entries, many total number of appointments, total number of tasks. And what I then can do is sit and drill down on this and see the detail that exists relative to that. All right. Now, before I go any further, how does that look for you?
As I said, Niall, at the start, I'm not so much appraising your solution here. I'm more trying to think, is this going to address, is CRM going to address what I think I need?
You also then have the ability to build the graphical reports within CRM. So this will give you things around whatever key performance indicators in effect you define, and then you can drill down and see any of these, and we can do this year comparison with last year and so on and so forth. Right. What else is there? Yes, in terms of marketing activities, where are your lead sources coming from? What is working? What's not working? We have a campaign module here, and I should be able to search all campaigns. Okay. So just bear in mind demo data, but I have different email campaigns, and I can open that email campaign up. So when I create a sales opportunity, I can link it to a marketing activity, for example, LinkedIn, as you mentioned. And you pay, or do you pay for the business LinkedIn account for your sales guys?
No, not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Okay. So let's work on the basis that you did. So Niall's LinkedIn account costs you 600 quid a year, for example. Right. So you could put in your budget, or your budget is going to be 600 quid because what my LinkedIn license costs you directly. I then can link all the sales opportunities that I have in the system to this. And then I can calculate the return on investment of any sales opportunities that I have won. That gives you your return your investment matrix. So this may or may not change because just demo data. Yeah, it hasn't changed. So I've no new information in there. But if I had marked more opportunities, one, that total would obviously increase, and that progress bit would decrease. But it allows you to record what marketing activities are working with tangible return investment matrix. Okay, so you can do it down to the individual level of Niall's paid LinkedIn account, Scott's paid LinkedIn account. You could do it bring it up a level and just generally LinkedIn or web or mobile or social media, whatever other activities you want to do. Right. No, I don't want to show you lots of stuff that's maybe not where you're looking for.
What is the My Workday module?
Oh, right, well, My Workday is a combination. So I have my hot lists down here. My Workday is a combination of all my activities. So I have my appointments and my hot lists. And this here section is a company library, a company announcement page. So organizations use that to push out maybe communication to sales team, or maybe offer promotions, incentives, special offers to the sales team to say X product is on special offer until the end of October. If you're talking to any customers about it, here's a promotional pricing for it. Stuff like that. So leads module, we can bring in any leads. So a lead is unqualified data. So people use this for we've clients that use us for their Facebook marketing, and they're generating a huge quantity of leads, but actually the volume of those leads that convert is probably 1 in 1,000 type stuff. So they put all those leads into the leads module, and then once they're talking to someone and they convert over to be a sale, then that can happen automatically in all communication with them. But it means that your database isn't getting confused with all unqualified records. Unqualified records are staying separate in a separate repository. So we have, and I can do obviously notes, activities, upload documents, do all sorts of stuff there with that. I have the address book, which I showed you. I have opportunity management. Again, you can look at this globally, everybody, or you can do your filters and interrogate based on whatever reporting requirements you have. And this can either feed back into the graphical reporting that we showed you or export out into Excel.
You see the different stages, Niall, on the opportunity there, starting at not started all the way through to contract signing. Do they set those stages?
That is totally user. Well, yes. So you and myself, we would define that process, right? So if I change that to be direct process.
Oh, yes, you told me this. And we can set as many processes. So if we have, 3 different product lines that I would class as complex sales that require multiple interactions, samples, demonstrations, and then I have simple sales, it's usually, one interaction and the sale is either won or lost.
Correct.
And
you can do that. So we would define those for you. And then associated with each of these stages is your probability. So your probability of winning, your weighted probability.
And is that just intuition from whoever opens that opportunity, or is there a calculation?
No. So that is that opportunity sitting there at contract signed, so it's sitting at 100%. But if I change it to presentation, it will reflect that in the sales percentage. So we define the percentage of probability associated with each stage.
Yeah.
So classic
is it just a division of how many stages there are? If there's 10 stages and you're at stage 5, then it's 50%?
Not even. You can say, look, you can say, look, not started, 0. Initial contact could be 5% probability. Qualified interest could be 10% probability.
Oh, I see. But if I know in our industry, if we can get a sample kit in front of them, the deal is very close to being done. Then it suddenly jumps to 80% if you're
correct.
Yeah.
Okay, and that allows other things around your reporting perspective in terms of projected sales, because you've a weighted probability there. What quantity of sales is in what process, and a weighted probability based on 80% of opportunities at presentation stage moving forward. Okay. Quotas allows us to build in sales quotas for our sales team. I maybe don't have one created here. And it's basically you're able to put in here. I don't have one created. This allows you to put in a sales target for each of the salespeople by revenue, and then as I mark opportunities won, it will automatically record my percentage achievement against target. All right. Campaigns and marketing, customer service module would be what we call classically after sales or complaints module. Or some other organizations would use that for projects. Knowledge-based links to the customer service. We then have integration with hot lists, calendar, company library is a document repository element, and then we have the insights module for reporting. Now, what do you use for your accounting?
We use our MRP system is called Account Edge.
Okay.
If you've heard of it.
Haven't heard of it.
It's an Apple developed software. Mammut is the sort of arm that they use to sell it, and it's called Account Edge.
Okay, grand. That's fine. I would, in theory, what we could do is if there was an API on that, we could bring data across into it, so all information is available within one system. What else was I going to do? Yes, everything is fully mobile enabled. So this is my mobile phone. Okay. This is my mobile phone. I'm out and about, where that might be at this point in time. I can log in. I can search. You can see. I can see any information. I can record any information that exists against those records. I can go in here. I can create an opportunity. I can update an opportunity. I can add a note, add a task, add an appointment, mark those complete. Reassign tasks, do everything I would normally do, only via mobile device if I was out of the office. Make phone calls direct from this, send an email direct from this. So at that point, I'm going to stop talking and give it back to yourself in terms of thought process. What I showed you, is it hitting a requirement or am I missing your requirement?
No, I'm still trying to articulate what my requirement is. So certainly that was interesting. So for example, let's say I recognize our sales are down, and it's because I don't think we have been quick enough to get back to visiting customers after the pandemic. And so I want to set new activity levels for customers, and I want to say, okay, I'm going to look at your customers with you, and we're going to agree a frequency of visits to each of those customers. And so for this client, I would like you to be with them every 3 weeks. Okay. And I want to be able to track that. And that may mean that you have a meeting a week for however many customers you've got. How, as a sales manager, can I see how they're progressing against something like that?
You can do that very easily. So we have a date less contacted field here.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the background, I define what the criteria are for that field to automatically be updated. Okay. Date last contacted. Here you go. So for example, for that field to automatically be updated, I must have an appointment completed. So every time I complete that appointment, so therefore, if I had an appointment now and that appointment then is completed, that field would automatically update. That will then tell you that Niall McCaffrey has visited this client in a predefined period of time, or more importantly, not visited that client in a predefined period of time. Okay, so that is a very simple way of managing that. Or I can also do things around emails out, telephone calls made or received. There are other things that I can do. And I can add it to the individual record, or I can add it to the company level contact itself.
Can I ask you another example
to run
for me now? So for example, let's say one of our solutions is called Triple S. Let's say I want you to close a Triple S deal by the time we break for Christmas, and I know you're going to have to present 4 proposals to close one of those. So I want to be able to see for a particular client executive how many. So for this is opportunities, so different opportunities with a particular client, or no, with multiple clients, and I I want to be able to see. So how many of
So I want to go in here and I'm going to, so for demo data, so I have this, I have 17 opportunities there, but it could be 170 opportunities, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work on the basis that this here, do sales and promotions is your AAF product.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to be able to go and say, well, show me, let's do an advanced search for this. Show me all in progress or also won deals. And I can say, well, show me the objective. Which is going to be CAS. Okay. So I'm just doing that as an example. And I then could further refine that as a timeline. So I want to be able to see close date, which is this week, this quarter, this 90 days, last 90 days, whatever, or predefine that period of time. So between 1st of July and the end of this quarter, which is tomorrow. Okay. So any opportunity that has your AAF product that has a close date between this quarter. And I can click, so must match both criteria. And it'll pick up a lot. If I run the search, it's probably not going to bring me anything. So I'll just match either or. And it should still bring me up my list of do seasonal. And then what I can do, each opportunity has what's called a sales leader. So I can say, I can do that further. So I can do advanced search, last search. And I can add another criteria and I can say by sales leader, for example. Opportunity leader equals so that's given me search, advanced search. That's given me all opportunities for now. You know, but you get that idea. So if the data exists, we then can interrogate that data and report on it accordingly.
Yes.
Right. And then what I, as well as the nice high graphical stuff, I can also do other opportunity forecast reports. There we go. One, two, three. So we could consolidate, in effect, all your reports into a single pipeline and see that kind of report, which would give you your opportunities by timeline, by sales reps. We have all sales teams, so you have maybe different sales teams focus on different things. So again, we can filter that whatever way we want. We could opportunity by status. Okay. We have opportunity by stage.
Yes. So Niall has
6. I have 11 opportunities here.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you're pretty good on your pivot tables. Then you can obviously drag and drop other information in and manage those. So these are just examples. These are box product examples, I suppose, just what you get straight out of the box. But we can tailor and customize these further if need be. And I'll just let that one go. And so whet your appetite a little bit more. I should have the same here within my hot list. The ability to do those Excel reports here as well. Okay. Tasks assigned by date. So all my tasks, that's the number of tasks over whatever period of time. And then you have your ability to create your pivot tables across the way. We can go back.
And number of tasks, you would have to find what that's showing you, which tasks that's showing you.
Yeah, that's correct. And then completed versus not completed tasks. So again, so no, these are the tasks that are not completed. Joe Napoli has a lot not completed. It also then depends on the data that you're running behind it in the background. Okay. So, but that hopefully priority by company, task by creator, who's created the most tasks. Now, does that, maybe that poses more questions than it answers for you?
Well, that's fine. That's what I wanted this to do, to help me really think more about what it is that I think I need and be able to articulate it, and then I'll be able to identify, yeah, that's going to do it, or no, that's not going to do it. So that was helpful to see that tool. Just thinking if I have anything more I want to ask you.
No. Maybe a wee bit early, but what I could do is organize for a trial license for you, Scott, so you could jump in and give it a go yourself and navigate your way around. That could be beneficial to you. It could be a wee bit confusing to you just without understanding the fields and the structure of the process.
Yes, I think it's maybe a step or two ahead. I think what I'll do is I'll re-watch this recording if you send it to me after, and I will see any questions that I have, or maybe any steps that I just want you to expand a little on, and then if there's enough there to warrant it, set up another call with you and just then put questions back to you to let you demonstrate some things. Niall,
give me a scenario to work with, and I can paint that picture then back to you.
Yeah, that would be great. If that works for you, let's do that. Okay, well, thank you. I think that's the plan. And if you send me this recording, I will make some time to look at it. And then if I see potential there for it answering what I wanted to answer, then yes, I'll come back. We'll set up another meeting. And you can run a scenario, or you can just answer the questions that I've got.
Super. And I can do lots more than what I've shown you, obviously, as well. But there's no point in me showing you all the features that you don't want.
Why? What else can it do?
Oh, it can do so in terms of management of communications. We have a wee Outlook plugin here, so it can automatically manage and find emails that are coming in. There's Declan from Chest Heart and Stroke, so I can just automatically click and save that communication that he sent me. and it'll automatically save that to his record. And then the other thing is then what I can do.
Does it integrate with Apple's mail program at the minute now?
We're mainly Google and Microsoft. I'm not sure whether there's anything for them. The Apple Mail, can check that for you. And then also then there is a Word document integration. So this might be beneficial maybe for back office or sending out targeted letters and stuff. So we could do a print campaign, for example. And we can customize a letter. And then we can preview records. So it just does good old mail merge type functionality. That just means it's just a business process that we can automate. And then also there's elements of workflow automation as well. So there's different processes that you want to automate. So for example, as soon as an order is more complete, you want notification to go to certain people within the organization about that order. So that's maybe a manual process at the minute that you want to automate. So as soon as I complete a task and mark it complete, we can email and notify other people. So there's lots of, there's 35 years development in the product. So it does quite a lot. There's quite a good depth, really, is probably what I'm saying. But most clients start off with a requirement, and then they evolve the adoption of it within their organization over a period of time. So they'll choose it to do sales management tool, and then it'll broaden out to maybe a customer experience management tool, and then it'll broaden out to be marketing as well. And then it'll broaden out to be admin as well. So that's the type of function. So what you end up with after 12 months can be very different to what you started out with initially in terms of a project.
What size of companies usually adopt your solution?
Well, we have classic Northern Ireland users. So our profile is probably that 2 to 10 user deployment. Within England, we would have much larger customers. We'd probably have customers up to 50 users in England. Just they tend to be larger by nature. So if you're coming to me with 1,000 users, we're probably not the right platform, but anything classic SME size, yeah, spot on.
Super. Well then, thank you for that, Niall. Thank you for taking the time to show that to me.